Okay, so I got another little production video I'm going to knock out here real quick. This is going to be a short video. I've already done a video similar to this before, and essentially this is just going to be me showcasing this knife that I got here today. So I'm just going to unbox it, kind of talk about it a little bit, and be done with it. There's not going to be a whole lot to it. And so I guess we'll go ahead and get started. This is the Cold Steel Counterpoint XL. Here's your dimensions and specifications. That side of the box, that end of the box, that side of the box. There's this new sticker there. I don't know if I've seen that nickel. Okay. Well, thanks to California, we got a new sticker on the box I've not seen before. This does have the triad lock. So let's go ahead and get this. Hey, it's actually sealed. Go ahead and get this opened up here. Oh, I don't think I showed the back. Feel free to pause, I guess, if you really want to zero in on that. So we got it in some bubble wrap here. Boy, that feels very textury. I don't know how to say. Very kind of digs in your skin, not in a painful way, but in a grippy way. This is one that I've been carrying. I don't know. I probably uploaded a video like the day I got my first one. So whenever that was, I'm guessing 3 or 4 or 5 months ago. So here it is. Extremely sharp. I wonder how sharp this one is. Not as sharp. Which, that's weird that this isn't as sharp. I have not used this for anything. It's not quite shaving sharp anymore. I mean, it is in spots. Curious. I'm not going to go into great detail to talk about the knife. I'm just basically going to just, I guess, unbox it and just kind of talk about what I think about it. Get the tripod to stop sliding around on me. And why did I order 2? Well, I guess I'm a little bit of a crazy dude, and I'm not going to tell you my whole life story, but essentially I was carrying these, just a knife like this, for the longest time, and then I graduated to this knife, and I carried this one, the CRKT M16, or no, M21 14 SFG, and I carried this for almost 10 years. And I thought this would be a good, I was basically stepping it up a notch. Instead of being, about box cutters, opening up packages and stuff, I thought I might get something a little more ready for self-defense type situations. So I stepped it up to this guy, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I ended up stepping up the self-defense stuff. There's a little bit of a story behind that, but I'm not going to share that. So I went on up to one of these guys, and then I thought, well, let's complement this, and we'll save the self-defense knife for self-defense situations and never use it for anything. Nothing. The occasional shaving of hair just to demonstrate how sharp it is, and that's about it. And I got this guy. This is the Cold Steel Tylite. And again, same thing. Not use this for anything. Let's see if it's still sharp. It is, but how are these knives getting dull? Somehow they're getting dull, and I'm not even... Maybe just occasionally shaving the hair off my arm dulls them a little bit. So I got this. This is the Tylite XL, or no, Tylite 6-inch, or Tylite 6, I think is what they call it. And they call it the 6 because it has a 6-inch blade. Yeah, these are bigger knives. My idea was self-defense. And cool thing is this has something that'll catch your pocket. So as you're pulling it out of your pocket, it gets caught and it opens. It's kind of nice. And then for whatever reason, I saw this. This also has a 6-inch blade. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. So I'm like, I gotta get this. This is the Cold Steel Luzon. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is the Luzon XL. And again, I don't use this for anything. It's not done anything. So I think these knives are getting dull just by my shaving the arm hairs occasionally. I went through an OTF phase. So I've got various OTFs. I wanted an OTF that was pocket clip and a glass breaker. And I went, some of these cheaper OTFs. I went with, here's a Lightning OTF. This is a pretty good little knife. I don't know, $40. They go up and down. I heard people say that they used to go for about 20. Great little knife, great for opening packages and stuff. So definitely nice to have one-handed open and close. And anyways, when I saw the counterpoint, I said, hey, I need to get one of those. So I got one, and here it is. And I've been carrying this every day ever since. This has become my favorite knife, but I don't use it. It's strictly for self-defense. Now I've added some things to it. I made some modifications. I loosened up. There's a spring in here, and I believe I made it a little thinner in a spot so it had a little more flex, so I can open and close this with one hand. And you want to be careful with that lock. It will spring back closed. It'll even pull itself up and close. So I also added this Snaggletooth MF, which came today, and I forgot to bring it home. Otherwise, I'd be installing it on this guy. And the Snaggletooth MF, basically, you take the thumb stud off, and you add this guy, and it gives you something to snag on your pocket, and then it opens as you're pulling it out of your pocket. So it's pretty awesome. So it's kind of a must for me with my personal defense knives, or my self-defense knives. Being able to flip them open, or I guess wave them out of the pocket. So now it certainly isn't needed. This knife, once you carry it, and I guess I've been carrying knives off and on, mostly on, for probably close to 22 years, I guess. And even back in the day, I liked the idea that I can snap these open, and I don't know, it's kind of almost like a fidget spinner. So you could do the same thing with these knives. You can snap it out and down. I could snap it like so, and then you're ready to rock out, ready to defend yourself. So the knife is huge. It looks pretty cool. Feels really comfortable. And while I guess it does probably look, I'm putting that in the crevice of my arm. As you can see, it's going out clear out to my middle finger there. So this is not a small knife. If we were to put that out here by the Gerber Easy Out. You can see how much bigger it is. You know, and there's all kinds of cool things about that. I mean, you can hold them down here. You can hold it like so. You can hold it like so, like so. You know, reverse grip, whatever. So I know I've said this before in one of my other knife videos, but I guess the reason why I got another was my idea is that I would carry two. And I guess I never really finished my point of my evolution of knives. When I started carrying these knives for self-defense, I realized that I didn't want to dull these, so I started carrying something else to supplement. And I've never been the type of dude that would carry two knives. I guess I always thought that was a little overkill. Our pockets are, I don't know what the word, I'm lost of words here. Pocket space is important, and I don't like having a bunch of stuff in my pockets between phone and keys and other miscellaneous things. I don't know, but then I decided that this is worth it. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's not a big deal. So I went ahead and started carrying. I'm right-handed, so I carry my self-defense knife in my right pocket, and then my left hand gets the little box cutter package opener. And the idea was, well, I guess like I've already stated, it's going to let me carry a self-defense knife, be able to have it in my coordinated hand, and it's also going to teach my left hand to get more acclimated to knives. I mean, I could barely open most knives with my left hand. I mean, that was kind of a struggle. It probably looked kind of clumsy, but so, you know, that was the idea. And then I thought, hey, let's evolve a little bit. Let's experiment. I've tried this before, and the idea was, let's carry two of these knives. So you know, carry two knives and an OTF for packages. And I guess that's another good point. I can open and close this pretty quick with my clumsy hand. So this is something I'm going to experiment with. I'm going to try to carry these. I'm not going to tell anyone except for the internet about this. This is a little crazy. I admit that. I don't share. Everyone knows I have knives. All my friends, co-workers, employees, everyone knows that I've always carried something. And you know, 20 some years ago, I had some friends that did it, and at first I'm like, wow, that's, you know, I don't know. I guess I thought, you know, why are you carrying these knives? What's it for? I guess I thought that it was, I don't know, maybe not the best thing to do, but somehow it grew on me, and next thing you know, I'm doing it. So, and due to various reasons that I'm not going to share with YouTube, I've decided to really get into this for self-defense. So, anyways, imagine attacking someone, and in a blink of an eye, I've got these in my hand. These in my hand, ready to go. If you're about to attack someone, and they whip something like this out, I don't know. I just got a feeling that they're gonna run. Either that or pull out a gun, and then you're in trouble. So, but the point of this is, for me, not a lawyer, have no idea about the laws. I mean, I guess I've read up about the laws in my state regarding self-defense, and in my state, you do have the right to use lethal force if you, well, I forget the exact wording, if you feel like if you're under attack or your property, which seems strange because everything I've read says I can't kill someone if they're spray painting my car, but to me they're attacking my property. But when it comes to these situations, there's the law and how it's applied and what the jury will say. And the jury is filled with the average, probably smarter than average. I'm guessing the people that vote are maybe incredibly average. I don't know for sure. But they may have a bias one way or the other. And I've read that statistically, if someone was to attack me and I kill them with a knife, the jury is most likely going to not feel sorry for me. They're going to view it as a fight. I engaged in a fight rather than a self-defense situation. But if the attacker attacked me and I pulled out a gun and shot the guy, I didn't engage the guy. I just defended myself. I don't know. It's a weird thing. People are weird. So I don't know if this is even a good idea. You know, if somebody's actually going to attack me, maybe I should take my lumps. But my gut says no. No, don't take your lumps. End them. End the attacker. Just end it. Get it over with. So, but then, you know, you're going to be in court and all this other sort of thing. So, anyways, back to the knife. And, you know, the idea was this will be in my left pocket. This will also be in my left pocket. This will be in my right pocket. And I did try to, I took a marker because I'm not very smart. I took a marker, like a Sharpie, and try to black this out because it's shiny. And as you can see, it all rubbed off except for this part up here. And that's a problem. That stands out. This makes it looks obvious you have this big shiny thing on your pocket. So I need to do something about that. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look at how we paint whatever kind of metal this is. Maybe I got to sand it first. I'm not sure. Some of the cool things about this knife is that it is reversible, meaning you can make it. I feel like it's currently set up for right hands regarding the pocket clip, because this is going to fit inside your right pocket. Tip up. But you can move this to the other side so you can make it left. All right. And then the thumb stud was on both sides. But the snaggletooth that I ordered specifically for left-hand draw. I guess now that I'm trying this, the right-hand side wouldn't work, but that's okay. Like I said, for opening these guys, I don't need to have this, but it's just really nice. It's nice. You just, instead of pulling it straight up out of your pocket, you push back. You pull it back against your pocket, and then it gets caught as you're drawing the knife, and it snaps open. So, within a half second, I can have both of these blades deployed, cupped under my hand like so, and they don't even see it. They might have heard the clicks of the blade locking into position, and so feel free to let the attack begin. So, I really think that's pretty much about it. I'm surprised how my handle has smoothed off quite a bit. It doesn't feel, it feels the same, but I can tell that the texture here is sharper and it's more grippy. So, I don't know, maybe this will be completely smooth in several years. I don't know. One thing I can say about these bigger knives is that they do seem to tear your pants up a little bit. I went through, and I've definitely, of course, all my knives have always torn up my pants a little bit, but this seems to be pretty aggressive. I'm okay with that. Pants aren't that cheap. I'm sorry, pants aren't that expensive. They're not that expensive. Not a big deal. So, as far as weight, I did get my scale here. I thought maybe I could weigh it real quick and show how much it weighs. And I think that's on G, so that's what, grams? 238 grams. Let's see what the other one weighs. Should be pretty much the same. It's actually a little heavier. The Snaggletooth, unfortunately, is made out of aluminum. Some sort of aluminum. It almost feels like plastic in your hand. I dropped this knife and it landed just right. And it ended up breaking, cracking this, and it fell off. But I contacted the distributor or the seller or whatever and said, can I get another? He said, don't worry. He just sent out another one for free. And then I ordered another one that I've since then left at work. So so that's that. How does that compare to these other knives? Well, I guess it's lighter than the Luzon, and the Tylite is lighter yet. So I want to say that they say the blade is 6 inches, but it is not 6 inches. I mean, it's close to 6 inches, but you know, if you're gonna, it doesn't say about 6 inches, it says 6 inches. So, you know, here is, this is 6 inches, and I've measured this. I'm gonna try to not cut my hands off here. I'll go ahead and stack them up here. I have a ruler scale, like a metal scale around here somewhere, but I don't know. I would say that this is like a 3/8 of an inch shorter than what they're reporting. So, you know, what else can I say about it? Well, you know, it's got the Triad lock. Apparently that's a pretty good lock. I feel very confident in it. Of all my knives, I do feel like the Triad lock is the best, and I kind of feel like this Luzon lock might be the worst. In fact, I feel like Cold Steel feels the same way, so they gave you an additional lock for the lock. You know, same with this guy, the Tylite. So, you know, I guess I kind of like the design here. Spear. I guess they call this a swedge. I'm really not a knife guy. It probably looks like maybe I'm trying to be. I just find these things that I'm really after, and I zero in on them. And I pick up lingo and things along the way, but generally speaking, I really don't know that much about knives. Couldn't tell you about the metals. I see this says AUS 10A. I guess that's the metal. I couldn't say if that's good or not. I mean, it looks like it's made in Taiwan, but man, I'll tell you, the Asians, more specifically, everyone outside of Japan, Japan's been making good stuff for a long time. All the other countries, in my opinion, have come a long way. Japan's always been awesome in terms of their design and quality of things. So, I guess that's all I got. I really just wanted to kind of show this knife and tell why. You know, why do I have another? Why I plan on carrying two? I've done this before. I got two of these Tylites, but one was broken. It was shipped to me broken or something. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened, but I ended up having to send that one back. So, anyways, that's all I got.